Hey, Smashers, welcome to your Daily Smash for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. I am Rick in West Hampton.
I am Kelly from Paris, France.
How is Paris, France?
It is beautiful. En français. Oui, oui. Bisous, bisous. It is great.
Yeah.
Jolie and I are so jet lagged. We are up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
There's nothing on TV. She downloaded a show called what is it called? Quiet on Set. And it's about the kids of Nickelodeon,
And the abuse, right?
The abuse that went on with these children. It is disgusting what went on. And if anybody said anything, they got fired.
Wow.
And blacklisted forever. I just, there was this one particular kid, he was African American and they made him look like a drug dealer. Like they did racist things.
Yeah.
And the mom was the only one that was like saying things like, "Hey, what are you doing?" They had little things like what this pedophile guy that had like pickles. He was called the Pickle Man. And then they had like little holes and they would put the pickle in the hole so it looked like a glory hole. And then Ray Romano would grab it and eat it like phallic stuff.
Yeah.
Like not children things. I never watched Nickelodeon, but I guess
I did.
Jolie did. And you think that you're watching children's stuff, but they did a lot of sexual innuendos.
Ray Romano was a child actor on Nickelodeon?
He wasn't a child actor. He was an adult. I don't know. Like a visitor.
It's really unfortunate. And on some level, it's not that surprising if you consider who's going to, create a network for kids, who wants to work with those kids, the kind of people it attracts. I'm sure there were dirtbags who wanted to be close to those kids and they weaseled their way in and then took advantage of them. It's just awful. But I haven't seen the documentary.
That Amanda Bynes really, really, really got screwed up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it sounds like a disturbing thing, something disturbing to watch in the middle of the night in Paris.
It was in the middle. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Then what time did we go? What time?
We were up for.
Jolie's gonna go out with some friends.
We're up till 5
from school here, and I'm gonna be all by myself.
We're up till 5 a.m.
It's supposed to be a mother-daughter trip. Maybe you should go.
Yeah, Jolie, it's supposed to be a mother-daughter trip.
Maybe you should chaperone her and her friends.
Oh my god, that's so funny for you to say that. I've been with my mom every day, and I'm gonna be with her for 5 more days. So we're gonna have a lot.
Oh, I know that's painful, right?
Is it painful?
What? Not being with you?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. She's fine. It makes me sad. What am I gonna do by myself? I wish you were here with me.
Me too, baby. So much. Layla Joy Williams from Ilya Wine was watching, and she said she just texted me about how sweet it was when I told you how much I loved you at the end of yesterday's Smash. Really, this is very difficult, being apart like this for me, at least. I'm not used to it, and you're my partner, my best friend, and I'm used to being with you every day, and so I have some comments about that. I'll get to. Also, remember all the people.
Sorry to mess back there, but I just went shopping.
Not a mess back here. I didn't. I cleaned up the living room.
You did? Let me see. We were gonna go to Napoleon's tomb. I was gonna do the bus thing.
Yeah.
But we didn't. Shoot,
and you didn't?
Sorry.
You weren't able to do any of that?
No. What happened was we went down to we went to go eat at this awesome restaurant, Le Petit. What is it? Well, I gave you the thing.
It was beef.
It's a famous place.
Beef bar.
Beef bar that Mia took us to, And then we just started walking down the Champs-Élysées, and we went into Zara, and we must have been in Zara for like a good hour. And then she's like, I have to go back and take the train back to her school.
I
And
got really cute stuff.
Jolie got really cute stuff. I got some cute stuff.
What was that store you were in line for that you said used to be a thing?
Oh, I guess they have it now. I guess when I go to Zara, Chrome Hearts.
Chrome Heart.
So funny. I had so much Chrome Hearts, like in the early 2000s. I had Chrome Heart sunglasses. I had like 4 or 5 pair. They were like $1,500 a pair back in the day. And now Chrome Hearts is like a thing.
Huh.
Like I had, no, it was like Ed Hardy. It was like,
Yeah, I remember Ed Hardy. I don't remember Chrome Heart.
it was like, Chrome Hearts was along those lines.
No, it's
Okay.
still like alternative. It's not like mainstream as much. It's just,
It's getting popular again.
yeah.
Okay. You remember when everyone moved to Florida during the pandemic, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, they're all moving back out now.
Shut the front door.
Yeah,
We were just talking about that last night, Jolie and I.
I have a whole
We
story
were up.
about that.
Wait. Hold on a second. We were up from 3 to 5, and we were talking about what an effed up situation that whole pandemic was in. So it was like I had to go to school, and if I had the mask down here, people
No, I was talking about how
come over here.
Yeah, it's hard to hear her off camera.
Yeah, can you?
sorry. I was talking about how I saw on Instagram, it was like Twitter or something, it was like a tweet of how like kids who are probably like 14 now, they were like,
Dumb.
oh no, they were like, oh, I can't I wish that I was a teenager during COVID, kind of like romanticizing COVID. It's like,
Yeah.
who romanticizes a pandemic, firstly? And secondly, I was a teenager during the pandemic and it was horrible. Like, I missed 2 years of high school, you know? It was
Yeah.
She couldn't go through eighth grade graduation, remember?
I couldn't do
I
eighth
do.
grade
It was a
this year or
drive-up situation. It was like a drive-in movie.
And then we were like everyone liked it at first.
I did.
Like we all liked it at first. Like
Until
remember in the
everyone-
beginning because no one worked. It was kind of like no one went outside. It was
Extended
We did.
vacation. But for kids, I get it. If they didn't have to go to school and they didn't want to go to school, I get it where at first it might have been, a cool thing. But I mean, everyone got held back basically. And it didn't help long term. I mean, kids are dumber.
no. The parents were dumber. Remember when Julie was in tennis? We went to go watch her tennis match, and that stupid coach made her wear her mask while she's playing tennis outside.
Yeah, I know. There were so many bad mistakes made, so many miscalculations made.
It's the brainwashing of the people
Yeah.
that were.
And the silencing of the critics was really alarming and disturbing. And that's why we set up our podcast initially to talk about it. Exciting.
Wait, I want to hear about how everyone is moving back out of.
Oh yeah, that's coming up. Before I get to that, I wanted to share some exciting news that the Golden Tee console is gone. This guy came with a pickup truck. He, I guess, refurbishes games and gave it a once over, was like, okay, cool. And he gave me the cash. He brought his own dolly. And with my help, we wheeled it out of the house, out of the carport, and put it on his truck. It's gone.
So about a couple of years ago, Rick had a Golden Tee and he called somebody to fix it.
Yes.
The guy comes out and he says, oh, yeah, I can fix the motherboard.
Mm-hmm.
He takes the motherboard and scrams, right?
Yeah.
He takes the motherboard with him and never returns it back.
Yeah, I called him and he said, oh, I'm still working on it. And then I tried him again. I never heard from him. And he said, oh, yeah, I couldn't do anything with it. And that was it. And I told the guy who came to pick up the machine about it. And he goes, oh, that happens all the time. It's like a scam where people take the motherboards and don't return them. And then I guess he probably figured out a way to fix it and put it in someone else's machine or in his own machine and sold it.
Well, he was probably betting that somebody like you would sell it.
Yeah.
Like you just did.
He might take the old motherboard and put it back in the game,
Right.
I
How
wanted to
much are those golden tees?
well, the new full-size arcade games, which that is, are thousands of dollars. But they've upgraded them a lot since then. Like my buddy AT has one where it's a monitor on the wall, and then it's just like a standalone stand that you just play on against a big screen on the wall, which is kind of cool. That's the latest edition of it. But those things are
That-
worth thousands of dollars, the one I had, if it worked, if it was newer.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Renee G said Jolie is her mother's twin. Beautiful.
Aw.
And again, I just love y'all's love. Rick, you telling Kelly how much you miss her warms my heart, makes me believe in love again.
Aw.
Big heart, no BS said, have fun and safe travels. Yes, it's raining in Del Mar. You're missing nothing. Paris looks amazing.
Mhm.
Does it feel cool being there?
Yeah, it's beautiful here. It's like ultra uber clean. And Mia said they have these big, huge machines
Yeah.
with a big tube that looks like a big, huge vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see it with a big bag,
Yeah.
and they're sweeping the streets with it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, and Julie's like, God, it is really, really clean here. And she's like, yeah, they're setting up for the Olympics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How's the weather? Is it cold?
It's like 55. It's like San Francisco. It feels like not freezing, but not, like
Yeah.
50, 55.
Kind of like
Not not terribly cold. What is it there?
probably in the low 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Devlin said, this is making me want to visit Paris. Kelly, you are officially an influencer, and I am here for it. Jolie is adorable and is going to have the best college experience. What a great mom, and Rick to be able to support her as she fulfills her dreams.
Right.
Isn't that nice?
So Jolie said that since she doesn't have any relationship with who, she's gonna just drop her Dodd name and just be Jolie J'adore. Isn't that kind of cool?
It's a great name.
Yeah.
It's a really cool name.
Right.
Kelly looks stunning and Parisian, someone said. And my favorite from Beth Russell, great job editing this video, Rick. I like when people appreciate my editing skills. Okay, you ready for In the News?
In the news.
Florida transplants are fleeing in droves over the relentless heat and damaging hurricanes, according to the New York Post. Thousands of Florida transplants who moved to the Sunshine State during the pandemic are picking up to move elsewhere. More than 700,000 people moved to Florida in 2022, including 50,000 from New York State. 500,000 left after moving there. They said, and here's some of the complaints. Someone moved to West Palm Beach. They said, I had a good salary, but we were barely making ends meet. We had zero quality of life. He said the cost of their homeowners association fees had doubled, and he felt unsafe after the state passed a law allowing people to carry guns without a license. He says, I consider myself a conservative guy, but if you want to carry a gun, you should be licensed. There should be some sort of process. It goes on with other people who say they thought Florida would be an easier lifestyle. The pace would be quieter, but it was literally 100 degrees at night, incredibly difficult to make friends, and expensive, very expensive. The homeowners insurance rates went up 42% last year. 42%
Wow.
for homeowners insurance. And home prices are up 60% since 2020. Car insurance is up, and it's crowded. So people thought they were going there for one thing, and now apparently a lot of them are leaving.
I wonder how much the condo that you sold in 2022 is.
The last time I checked, it was worth, I think, 1.1 or 1.2.
And you bought it for
Down a
700?
little bit. I sold it for $750.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I obviously wish I had waited, but I didn't know that real estate prices were going to skyrocket. I couldn't even show the place. It was early in the pandemic. They wouldn't even let people in the building. They wouldn't let you in the building. Remember?
That was absurd. That lady was such a hater, though.
I had to
She was
lie and
all-
say we were already married when we hadn't gotten married yet, just so I could get
It
you
was
in the.
never her business. You own the
Right.
property. It was never her business whether we got married or not. She's just
And we
being
were
honest.
together all the time, so there was no. It made zero sense to not let you in with me since we were already together. If you had something, then I had it too, and I was coming in the building, so why not let you in with me?
I was listening. I was talking to one of my friends, and I was talking about how the condos in Florida, the associations are astronomical. They're like $2,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere I look, they're over, like they're like a mortgage.
And they just, this article says that their homeowners fees have gone up 60%. Like,
Wow.
yeah, why?
You can only live there like 6 months out of the year. It's unbearable in the summer.
Well, that's one of the things I love about California and that I didn't realize or appreciate is it's mild year round. It gets hot for a couple months, but not like super hot. And it's still not humid. So it's much more bearable. And the winters are great.
And our community where we live is just a utopia.
Yeah, it is.
But it's crazy that has skyrocketed too. Like in when I moved there from San Francisco, everything was, you know, $500-600 a square foot. Now they're like $3,000-2,800 a square foot now. I mean, it's absurd. And then Jolie said all the California people are all moving into, I mean, all the LA people are moving into Orange County, driving up the prices.
Well, I just want to know where all those people who left New York and other northern states and moved to Florida, who are leaving, where are they going? Like, where is the place that East Coasters want to live now if it's not Florida?
Yeah, where are they going?
I don't know.
They should go to West Hamptons.
They can buy this house. Come buy this house. It's going to be listed next week, I think, in the next couple of weeks. You're going.
Wait, was Shoshana mad upset that you were selling it?
You know, I think she has memories here. I asked her about that, and she's sad that I'm selling it, but she understands why. And I explained it to her a couple of times. I wanted her to understand why it was important for me to sell it and take the equity and buy something where we live now. That this is, you know, this house was great when I lived in New York, but we don't live in New York. We live in California. So it's just sitting here when I could have a house, a similar property on the West Coast that we could actually use every day. And I explained that to her and she understood. But she's like, if you don't sell it by the summer and it's not rented, can I use it? I was like, yeah, of course. Of course.
So, really, I just want to address something, and I know you don't want to talk about it, but I want to talk. A lot of our smashers, when I was complaining about Michael on there, they're like, "Oh, well, you know, don't say that up. Talk about it with her father." Well, that just happened. Okay, when Jolie came to complain about her dad not spending any time with her, not taking our vacations, not you know, wanting to spend any time with her. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk bad about, well, the guy is the biggest piece of crap. And people don't understand that when I bifurcated the divorce, I never got a settlement from him. I bought a house. I bought at the houses. I sold my house. I bought all the houses with my equity, enrolled them in all the other houses, bought the house in Corona Del Mar for 3.7, sold it for 5. We split the profits. He got his money. I got my money.
Yeah.
I never asked him for child support or anything like that because I thought he only had one and only kid. I thought he was going to step up and do the right thing and support his kid. I didn't feel, and by the way, my divorce, I spent on attorney's fees $150,000, and I was tired of fighting. I got forensic accountants to find out what the stocks were because he worked at Leapfrog as the president for 10 years. I was tired of fighting. I was making really good money. I didn't need his support. And so people are wondering why I didn't do it. I was sick and tired of giving money to the lawyers.
Yeah.
I was sick and tired of dealing with this jerk that kept on prolonging this divorce.
Yeah.
And I really didn't need the money at that time to fight him. I was making great money. I had a big chunk of money from the sale of the house.
Mhm.
And and now, I'm not making as much money as I am, and it's not your responsibility. It's his responsibility to help pay for her college. It's his responsibility to pay for half of everything, and he thinks spending money on her school is being a dad. And that's not it. Being a dad is being there emotionally for her. It's being there, and for whatever reason, he's completely checked out. He married this woman named Laura, and she's got 3 kids of her own. And I don't know if he's taking care of those kids or what he's doing with that. But Jolie doesn't want to have anything to do with him. She doesn't. So you and I are, I'm not going to ask him. I can't communicate. She texts him all these things and he never responds back.
Mhm.
He completely ignores us.
Yeah.
And so, if I have to, dip into my retirement, into my 401k, or,
Well, I already told
get
you, I'm dipping into my retirement. I'm taking care of this. You don't have to worry about it. I'm going to send
right,
her to college because her dad won't step up. If he does,
right.
but he's being a jerk, and it's unfortunate.
It,
But
it's
it's okay because I'm going to take care of her. I got this.
mhm. So,
Marry the right guy, okay? Because I'm gonna do the right thing here. I'm gonna make sure that she gets the college experience that she deserves. So
and she does.
he can not do the right thing, and then whether or not he regrets it for the rest of his life, he should, because he's destroying the relationship that he should have with his daughter. I don't blame her for being angry with him and for not wanting anything to do with him because he's very difficult. He pushes back on everything, and he's mistreated her, I think, because he's still angry at you, and he's vindictive and jealous, and he's been an absolute a-hole to me and to you ever since I walked into your life. So
And I don't understand that behavior.
I don't either.
I don't get it. Julie's like, I don't know anything about him. She's like, I don't know anything. She's like, I don't even know his brothers. Like, she's like, I don't even know his family. She's like, I don't know anything about him. I asked him, did you get married to Laura? Did you get married to her? He can't even he can't even tell her anything. She's like, I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, it's really sad, honey. And the only reason I didn't want to bring it up is because I'm trying to protect her. And,
She's done with him. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him.
well, again, I feel like that's unfortunate, but
It is unfortunate. He doesn't care. He's psycho. And then he got mad that I said that on our divorce that he was well, he's got a personality disorder for sure, but a narcissistic personality. That's being a narcissist.
yeah.
Like, and it's showing itself in black and white. And he was so mad that I said that on the show.
Hmm. Well,
You
the
know,
best thing that you and Jolie can do is look forward, not back, and spend less time thinking about him and what a jerk he is. Don't dwell on it. Don't focus on it. Focus on the future. Focus on the present and the good things that are happening, and the future, which is full of opportunity for all of us. And
oh, and another thing, they're like, well, you can go get him back for back child support, right? But everyone was saying that.
yeah,
I already spent $150,000 on lawyers. I don't want to have to do that all again. And get what? What would I get? Like, I don't even know if the guy's working. I don't know what the guy's doing. I don't know anything. I don't know how much money would the sell the stock from Leapfrog. He could be a multi-gazillionaire. I don't know. And I don't care.
but it would cost you
I
so much money to find out, and
right.
and so much heartache, and you'd have to deal with him and his nonsense on a daily basis for God knows how long. To me, it's absolutely not worth it. That's why I'm reassuring you and telling you, look forward, not back. Put that in the rearview mirror. It's over. It's done with. It's not
Well,
worth.
Jolie wants to sue him.
Yeah, but you know what? She's a 17-year-old kid and she doesn't understand. Is she going to hire a lawyer? Is she going to pay the lawyer? Is she going to deal with the court documents and you know, the everyday motions and all the stuff and the you know, it's not easy, and it could take a really long time. And again, my very strong feeling on this is to focus on now and the future and not look back and not make this a thing. It doesn't have to be a thing. It's like, okay, fine, we're done with you. Let's move on. Do you think we can do that? Do you think she can do that?
Well, she will. She will.
So I hope so.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just a lot of heartache. And you know,
Well, all we can do is just pray to God. Pray to God, you know, that everything works out for the best for her. You know, that's all I can pray and hope and wish and just, you know, it's just hard. It's hard to see your kid have a heartache. I mean, it's like you wish that you could just take that away from them and just you could take it. You know, it's just hard to see your kid crying.
I know.
It's hard.
I'm sorry, honey. I really am. And I wish I was there to comfort you both.
Thank you.
I absolutely will when you come home. I love you, honey.
I love you too.
Okay.
So what else is going on over there?
I have to run to Home Depot and pick up a couple doorknobs and a couple other random items to finish the maintenance on the house. And then tomorrow I'm going to the city for meetings in the city with a new job, as you know, but I'm not announcing it yet. And then I'll be flying back early Thursday morning, and I'll be there to pick you up when you fly back with Jolie.
Oh, good. That's excellent.
So,
all right. Well, I miss you so much. I love you.
I love you too, and I miss you too.
Okay.
Bye, Smashers. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Bye, Smashers. Okay, bye.